We're going to have one more drawing after Toan demos, so stick around, it must be present to win.
Essentially, YT guys would be the ones developing the template. And the business would be the ones using
All right, hey everyone. My name is Toan, and I'm from Ecquire. I'm the director of marketing at Ecquire. And at Ecquire, we automate data entry for business professionals, sales and business development professionals. So we are for people who are talking to prospects and customers on Gmail, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, anywhere on the web who hate data entry. Your salespeople are not doing data entry. They either wait until the end of the day, they procrastinate, do it at the end of the week or end of the month. But you need them to do it right away because you want the data in there. You want to do it for your sales reports. You need to know what's happening in your funnel. And the only way to do it is to get them to do the data entry, which they're not going to do. So I'm just going to walk into the demo and show you exactly how Ecquire works. It's a very simple way. So here's Gmail. And I'm going to compose an email to I'm just going to send it to myself. It's easier. All right. So when you send an email, there's one thing that you can do, or there's two things you can do. You can either continue with your workflow and not be distracted, or you can do the data entry right away, which is what we want you to do. So there's a simple Ecquire bar that drops down and says, hey, was this a customer that is somebody that you want in Salesforce? Because we know sometimes it's just an email like, hey, let's meet at a bar, or let's have a coffee at 7 a.m. And it's not something that you really need in Salesforce. But if it's something crucial to a sale, you want it in Salesforce. Or if it's a contact that you want in Salesforce, you want to do it right away. So you click Review and Submit to Salesforce. What Ecquire does is it contextually records that information for you, so there's no typo errors. It knows my name, Toan Dang, it knows my email, and it actually captures the email in the body here as an activity. So you don't have to go in and record, say, hey, I sent a message to Toan. Another thing at the bottom is that there's also a way to auto-submit. And what that means is that you indicate that this contact is somebody that you always want to record a message for. You don't always want to go back and do this over and over and over again. So Ecquire is going to intelligently remember that, hey, this is a contact that you want to keep. So you do that. Submit to Salesforce. One thing you want to notice is it says Update in Salesforce. What this means is it already knows that Toan was a contact in Salesforce, so it's not going to create a new account. It's going to update the existing one, so it's not going to create dirty data for you. We also work in LinkedIn. So I just met Rita, so I'm going to
Rita's out of your network.
There she is. So there's two things that you'll notice. One, Rita is not a contact that I already have. So if you're doing any kind of lead generation and you just want to add Rita as a lead, Ecquire gives you a button right here where it pulls in Rita's information for you, so you don't have to do the data entry. The other thing is that if I want to connect with Rita and I want to send her a message, we haven't tested this yet because LinkedIn just changed it. But
all right. Bless the demo gods.
Hopefully this works. There you go.
Yeah.
It actually works. So this is a message. It could be an email, it could be a message on LinkedIn, and it also does the same thing. It captures the message in here. Another thing that's going to say is ignore feature messages to Rita. So if it's a contact that you don't ever want in Salesforce, do it once. Ecquire will recognize this and it'll never pop up again and bother you. Ecquire also works in Twitter and Facebook, so I can go to here. You'll see there. I can also go to his profile. It's just loading. And also in a direct message. If you happen to be using Facebook, it also works in Facebook. And if you're on social media using tools like Hootsuite, you can click here and pull in their Hootsuite profile. So yeah, so that's Ecquire in a nutshell. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. That's it.
What's it cost?
Oh, so Ecquire is $9 a month. So if you think about it, we save about 20% of a sales rep's time. 20% of their time could be bringing revenues into your company for $9 a month.
So what about people like David and I, Yoli and I, we're friends and we also have businesses going on, and there's all kinds of messages going back and forth, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, so right now, we actually just launched in February, and our new product just launched 2 weeks ago. So there's two ways that you can solve it. One that you can do right now, which is ignore feature messages. So right now, unfortunately, you have to manually ignore that person. But in the future, you can actually update a list. So you can update a list and say, hey, these are all people that I want to ignore forever, and it'll never pop up.
But I mean, what I'm saying though is half the messages I send to him are business messages, and the other half are, hey, do you want to hit the bar at the way
Sure.
home?
Okay, so
You know what this is Salesforce?
go back into
Should be on the timer, huh?
Yeah, last activity.
Okay, I sent myself an email earlier.
You don't have to have a lot of that. You can do it one by one.
Oops.
Oh yeah, what would happen if you send it to multiple users?
Sorry?
What if you send it to multiple users?
So right now, we only work with single recipients, but that new feature is coming out in the next couple of months where you can actually hover over different emails and record those people into your Salesforce. So let's see if this works. So you notice that I had auto submit. Right now, there's a timer. We know that is scary. It's like, oh shit, it's a bomb. It's gonna blow. So how Gmail is gonna work in the future? How Gmail works right now is that if you send an email, it gives you an 8-second timer and says, hey, we just sent this email. Do you want to undo? That's the same functionality that's going to happen in the future. So if you clicked on auto submit for a contact to always add to Salesforce, but then you say, oh, this message, I don't actually want it in Salesforce. There's going to be an undo button. And you just click undo, and that's it. It won't send it to Salesforce. But right now, there was an 8-second timer. So you see, I didn't do anything to it, so it actually sent to Salesforce. But there was another button that said stop. And that would have done the same thing. Yep.
So it works for all browsers,
Right now, it's just Chrome, and it's just Gmail and Salesforce.
so not Google Apps for Business.
Google Apps works as well.
Okay.
A question with LinkedIn, when you add a contact through LinkedIn, you usually don't see the email information or personal contact information if they're not in your network.
Right, so in Rita's case, I would have captured her name, her title, her company, whatever information is available. So right now it doesn't show her email, but let's say I'll go into.
So you add the phone number manually?
It would record the phone number as well. So this is Paul, our CEO at Ecquire. So I'm a first contact to Paul, so I actually have his email that's shown right there. So if I click on here, it'll also show Paul's email here. There's also more fields. So these are the most basic ones we think are most important, but you can actually click more here. There's more things. So you can add lead source, where Paul came from, and you can also add convert Paul from contact into lead. In the next 2 months, we're also adding functionalities for opportunities and for all those other things, so you can manipulate all that within LinkedIn or Gmail, Facebook, Twitter.
Does this work through mobile as well, or is it just through a browser?
Right now, it's just a web app.
Okay.
Could this work independently from Salesforce at all, or you don't have your own?
So right now we have 3 different integrations. We have Google Docs. So if you want to do it with Google Docs, it's just a spreadsheet, just like Excel. We also work with Highrise. I didn't bring up Highrise because I'm at a Salesforce meetup. Oh, and I also forgot, you can also do this with Google Contacts. So we have a lot of sales reps who like to talk to emails, put them into Google Contacts first, and then from Google Contacts, add them to Salesforce. We do that as well. You can add the contacts from Google Contacts. Yep.
Another just Google Apps for Business administrator question. Can I, if I'm a sales rep, just pay that $9 and use it for my Google Apps for Business, or do you usually deal with the admin
Awesome,
that has to
good
activate?
question. That's the last thing. So this is how you install Ecquire. Super simple. All you really need is, so try it free. It downloads the app for you. I've already got downloaded. Downloads. And all you need is your login to Salesforce. That's all you need. We have what we think is the best privacy policy in the world. We actually never see your data at all. The only connection is between your browser and Salesforce. We never get access to it. We can't touch it. We can't see it. So it's all safe within your own information. Yeah.
You're going to support other browsers, you think, or is that?
Sorry?
Are you going to support other browsers besides Chrome?
Yeah. So the next 2 large things that we're going to do, we're going to get onto Google Apps. So because right now we're an extension. Google, it works with Google Apps, but we're not in the Google Apps marketplace. And the second is moving into Firefox, supporting Firefox. And then lastly, we've had tons of people talk about us moving into Outlook, but we don't have that as yet. So. Yeah, so you can get Ecquire at bit.ly/Ecquire or ecquire.com, whichever is easier for you. I also have a 15% discount if anybody wants to check it out. You also asked about doing it for your team. So there's a way right now. There's no discounts right now, but if you do email me, I can give you a discount. You can manage it. If you're a sales manager, if you want to tell your sales manager about it, you can go here, ecquire.com/teams, calculate it. It's all managed within one person, one credit card. No fuss, no muss.
Awesome.
So it doesn't work with Yahoo Mail or Overflow?
Right now, just Gmail. Oh, thank you.
All right, last chance for business cards. Thank you, Toan. All right, I'll stir these up and we'll pick a winner.
Janine Wade.
All right.
Congratulations.
Oh, and I have your Amazon gift card courtesy of Ecquire.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thanks. That was 2 great demos, and stick around for a little bit. And I think December 5th we'll be doing this again. So thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.